discussed on this segment. Yeah, so as usual, I have John in the building. Hi, John.
Hi, Spot, how are you?
It's always a pleasure having you in the
Likewise,
studio.
likewise,
Last
likewise.
time takataura pa phone, it's like zvaita kunge uri ku amen
Panenge pasina ka
kumhiri
connection guy.
kwemakungwa uko.
And now I'm a student and that's what to no, I need to be there.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
How's been your weekend?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Church obvious, and then what else? Church, Christ, Lord. It was nice, and yours?
I think same as yours, yeah.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
same as yours.
And I got in here, my vibes ending where ndasvika ndiri kutamba
Ndiri mwana wemhepo.
Spatu sadaro. I didn't know kune voice rakanaka kudaro.
You know what? Zvandiri kutaura ndo zvanga zvichienda.
Zviri kubuda. No, zviri
coming
kubuda.
out so sweet.
So sweet, mfungi.
Nice one.
Lovely.
So if you're just joining us, please be part of the conversation. Nasi tikuda kubata nyaya imwe inoti remei. Anziva kuti ndoti uremei zvishoma kuti yakanyatsorema.
Okay.
I don't know in terms of implementing it, but we thought it wise to talk about it. Tione kuti inotibatsira sei muma business edu atiri kuita. Mind you, some of those tips dzatiri kupiwa naJohn, it's not for big businesses. Izvozvo zvauri kumusika kwako ikoko, if you apply these things, trust me, zvinoendeka. John, nhasi tati titaure nenyaya business professional intelligence. Yeah.
Okay.
Professional intelligence.
Okay.
Timbori chim business.
So, again, tangiri ababa. You know what's but we are living in an economy kuti my formal jobs or my formal spaces are mashoma, right? But how can you try to win as a business in these informal spaces, right? So everyone is a hustler. As much as we can be talking of anything else, everyone is a hustler. Even Nipandri Panapa, I'm a hustler. Even the person that you think is a millionaire, even Strive Masiwa, is a hustler. But the greatest difference between that person and me or us, it is that these are the people, they've actually understood the thing that is called professional intelligence. You see, that's the way they operate. It's an art of operating a business that is above above the norm, what people think should be done in business. But then professional intelligence, pinza that part whereby you are now going an extra mile of giving the best, being that person who's extraordinary in business, being at the epitome of doing the greatest, doing the best in business, delivering, let it be delivering my services, delivering the products, whatever it might be. That, it's called a Midas touch to business. Right.
So what qualities are then needed for that make up this professional intelligence?
Okay. So, like, remember last time, a business, it takes shape of the owner's personality. So, the owner's personality, you know, it pass on to the business. That's why you discovered, if a person is a Muslim, I should pin on business, that Muslim couch and everything, you don't go pin a foot into the business. If that person is a Christian who is standing straight in Christ, that same personality, you don't go pin a foot into business. Right. So, but my qualities, I don't think as the owner, as an individual. That means as the owner of the business, if you don't know what you really want the business to go or to be like, or where you want the business to go, it means the business will follow that shape. So company yakakura but ini kaunka that karikuleka so. You see, but no pamusika waki ameno sapangorizo panika that karikuleka. It's not because you need an outsider to come and tell you, but you as an individual kurongeka kawakaita as the owner ndo kurongeka kunita business. So chinchekutanga as what the attributes are not contributed by professional intelligence is you as an individual, as the business owner. Someone was asking me, actually, John, why do you always talk about etiquette and grooming and all that? It's because if I understand about grooming and etiquette as an individual, even to my company, even to my brand, it follows the same shape here. Because in the Chiscam office, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I aim for my clients to get from us, and this is what I aim for my employees to get from me as the owner. Exactly.
And let's talk about issue. Okay, totangira kuvashandi here ten because nandichida kuzopinza nyaya iyi kana kuti ngatitangire pakuti are you responsible for that mushandi here kana kuti ndiye muridzi wekambani kana kuti both of them then vozongosangana pakati.
Okay, it's like a relationship, you know, when you're working with when you have your employees, it's a relationship, right? So if it is a relationship, let's put it this way, you are meeting halfway, right? Wives, the husbands love your wives, and then wives submit to your husbands, right? So in the same manner, also you as the owner, you should be the one who's setting rules and leading by example, and then your workers, they follow suit, right? They're meeting you halfway. But then, however, there are some other things that contribute also, because remember, you're taking a worker, this is how things are supposed to be done in this business, right? So there is a role, can I add my interviews, just this person, anoshandika naye here or anoita here kuti afite aba. So if, for example, if it is a company that you formed a business and you want every person could are formally dressed, but then by interview one not know uyu munhu aya ku interview akapfeka hembe yescotch, right? Ovamvunza kuti yovona sota sa skin yake vona sota no uyu munhu haasi kuti munhu anoshaya, but atorni kaunhu kaatunguru nako kake kuti haagoni kudresa zvakanaka. That person might be it might be challenged trying to change that person kuti afite into your organizational culture and the way you do things, right? Ndoba munoona that person unogona kuti nyangwe mine branded shirts kubasa kwenyu anogona kuya aine yake yemusoro make iye mugomudza kudze kuti agokudze yakaunyana, you see, of which you are dealing with my clients kuti they expect you. Get this, if kana muri mu bank, if you own a bank, right, everyone must be formally dressed, right? Unless are my Fridays or my weekends, figure my jeans, right? Casual. But then, kuno munhu unotsana kuti uyu munhu nyangwe tikamudza kuti nhasi Friday kana nhasi Monday, you're supposed to be wearing formal, ano yakapfeka jean, you see. But zvinhu zvinema munematozviona pachiri pa interview yemunhu kuti this is what this person might bring to the organization, right? So the whole thing is all about you as the owner leading by example, and then the employees, they follow suit, right? Because they do as I say, right? And follow me as I follow Jesus, as I follow Christ. So urukuti zvaurikuita iwewe, guys, learn from me. Ukasvika kwatoshandira uchisvika, it's good morning ma'am, good morning sir, how are you? That means even the next person, my employees are sure they actually learn now, okay, it's good morning sir, good morning, how are you? You know what? Whenever I'm at work, I always say God being God, number one, or I say God is faithful, number two, or I say good morning, because I believe in it's always, to Christians, it's always new. Behold, yes, joy comes in the morning. So even young animals cat knows that good morning. Now, you discovered this culture, and it, even with those that I work with, good morning, say, how are you? Not, I'm shining. What are you shining? It's because it's the culture, yavakadza from me. You see, so you as the leader, you lead and others follow. We lead, others follow.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So John mentioned some of the qualities or the characteristics of professional intelligence. Taura issue, personality, business. Not maitiro ako ezvinhu, that business will follow suit. It will follow your personality. And then let's talk about your communication yacho. How important is it in terms of growing the business? Good.
The topic you communication. Why? Because communication, not internal communication, then external communication, right? So internal communication, it is how you guys relate to each other, how you handle issues, how you iron out your issues as the team, right? That's internal communication. Then external communication, now we're talking of how you guys relate to your clients and to those who are outside of your team, right? So I need you to understand this thing, Spot. With the communication, sometimes it's wise when you wake up, when you get up in the morning each and every day, right? Say, how are you? Ma'am, how are you? Right? communication yamuri kuti kana mimi mukajaira pachenyu mimi handitika even to those who are coming zvamamori, it's now the norm, right? So kune the professional language. You could, if you are talking to a client, there are some words that you're not supposed to say and there are some words that you're supposed to say, right? But many businesses wasn't these issues. You see, when it comes to now communication is pakawanda, because even the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you sit, it's a way of communication, right? If you are frowning as a client, it means you're communicating something. If you are agitative, that means you are communicating something, right? So you
or
need,
someone is talking and then you're busy, maybe you're writing or whatever,
or by phone or what. I always tell people this: if you come or say you want to do a meeting with me, ndikasvika uri phone, then you wait on uri busy maningi kudarika inini. We all have tight schedules, but it's all about sacrificing the time that we have. Maybe it's 15 minutes, right? But by 15 minutes is also, let's try to utilize those time and just appreciate kuti munhu asiya zvanga achifana kunga achiita, but now is here with me, right? So with communication, your team must be taught overt. As namwe tsvina kuti unoinvita vanhu vanouya kubasa kwako, and then they teach grooming and etiquette pabasa pako. You say, John, how are you? Tonodzisa grooming and etiquette. Watasvika todzisa kuti company ichisvika munhu anofanira kudzisa munhu anofanira kudzisa izvozvi. That means, do you know kuti when it comes to company culture and communication, imwe client inogona kutanga kutofarama services and just because of the security person ari panze. The receptionist aripo reception abatwa zvakanaka. You know, there's some other my issues are that always evolve around the thing yekuti my receptionists they are rough and tough and all that. But kune reception yekuti ukasvika so unosekeriwa, not with a lady but with a guy. And then you'll be shocked, but it's because that's what they were taught. This is how we communicate with our clients here. So it's always was that you as a business, you have as the business owner, invest in that culture. Good on the business culture, investing in that. Okay, you don't greet a client who you don't greet a client who that person is of value to you. So show them that they're valuable. You see, to just treat them as trash or what.
I greeted you in Ndagagara. I'm trying to think. Okay.
Yeah,
because you really mentioned chino chakakosha, because neno zvinondimara kutaura chokwadi kuti I'm a customer, munhu ari kukuseva patil, then a fellow employee obva womira naye votanga kutaura nyaya and you're waiting to be served. Guys, izvozvo zvinomara,
zvinoboha.
Especially in my supermarket guys, iwe uri kumhanya handiti uri kutoti okay, at least akapancha zvinhu izvi ndobhadhara ndabuda, and then someone from nowhere will just come, hana pressure life yake, you know, wotanga manje uya atomira akutocheuka vakutomboita nyaya pai, unozopedza kuti hello
ndiri pano neredwe.
Sorry, you're like okay.
But you know what happens with those guys? You know, I used to work in a supermarket, but one thing that I told myself is I need to value the clients that I have, because the moment that they report me, report and all that, right? But understanding what this person is like you. All right, before you do anything in life, understand what this person is me also. How am I going to feel if I was being given the same reception with the person? You see, but also it also comes to you as the owner. Most owners of the business, when you put my systems in the business, that means the manager that is coming and even the supervisors, right? It's because you have to have culture. I made some business. We are here to work and not to laugh and joke. You get it? Yeah. So it's just one thing that needs to be settled out.
Our time is now 27 minutes past 8. Yeah, and this is the third and final segment of the deep dive, and we are talking about professional intelligence. If you're just joining us, I'm with John Kudereza, an entrepreneur and author. and he's helping us with this discussion. In Kanamama Mabatira Onyaya Pakati, he explained Guti, professional intelligence is actually a concoction. A mixture of all those various critical skills and qualities, like work ethic, compassion, competence, taura issue ye communication. Vachitaura kuti zvakakosha kuti uzive kuti unokommunicata sei nevanhu vaunoshanda navo nema-visitors vamwe ma-business clients vanenge vachiuya. He was explaining all that. Yeah, so what do businesses need for them to achieve that level of business professionalism? Whatever issue yekuti taita zve work ethic and everything, but ndozvega here zvekuti tingati tikaita izvi zvatongofamba.
Okay, now tataura nyaya tingati pazvarataura apa it's intrapersonal. So let's talk about the issue yekuti client inofila kuti I'm being served by the rightful people. We have said kuti everyone is a hustler in Zimbabwe, everyone is a hustler in the whole world, but the difference is how you handle your business and the kind of clients that you want to attract. Now, assuming kuti you are into the banking sector, you deal with finances, maybe you own a microfinance bank, can a person trust kuya ko deal newe or deal with you whatever service you're offering? Can they trust you vachisvika makapfeka mashoti kubaza? No, they don't. They won't trust you. So chinchokutanga chandoona chakakosha in differentiating you and other businesses. Number one, it is the way you dress. Kunenon's corporate way. So guys, to whoever is listening right now, I want you to listen to this. Make sure you have a corporate way. So it might be a business that it might be you might be a sole trader, right? But it's t-shirt and sons. Oh, my sweetheart once told me dancing. Why is that many businesses are going to general dealers and sons? General dealers and daughters.
John Kudereza and wives.
I think I'm going to take that.
I was like, what? Okay, so how many wives are there?
You see, so John Kudereza, wife and daughters, and it. Zvinongoratidza kurongeka kaunga zvinako so because professional intelligence is all about kurongeka kwawakaita kwauri kuratidza vamwe kuti ndakarongeka kusvika apa. So you have corporate way, the way you dress. If it is a form of business, if you need to come and registrations or whatever that you are doing, uchenda kuona client jangosina office, make sure you are smartly dressed. Ndakazoseka the other person aitanzi akandona some time ago ndasana ne office by then. Pandaita mahaso zangu ndakapfeka fomo zvikanzi parare mapfekero ata mabhachi parare ka zvinenge chitsotsi mukati because even tsotsi rine rakapfeka bhachi parare. So it's all about trying to make sure the client feels secure kukusiya mari yake or kudila newe just because you're smartly dressed. Musoro wakagero.
You then remind me, I once had a conversation with my brother George Billionaire.
Okay.
And he was telling me about how he started. Achenditi spa does that is like a motor kana chi.
Exactly.
Taive ne sticker redu taive takagadzira saka taibva ndanokumbira shamwari yangu mota tonamira chistika cheto.
And you're good to go.
And I was like, really? Zvikanzi unozati mukaziya kwata. So I'm reminded pauri kutaura issue yekurongeka because mind you dei vakaenda maybe vasina mota idzodzo dzine logo because vamwe vanokasika kubhilivha
zvavaona
mota yakatonzi capital saka
zveshuwa. You see now, so that level it's professional intelligence. That's why I tell people kuti ukaenda kunobhidwa matenda construction and everything else, panonzi pari kubhidwa matenda hausviki ukaona paine mafiti hazviti. Vakomana vanenge ine ma GT6 vaine mabenzi ma BMX6 but ukazovabvunza vamwe vacho vanenge vakahaya is because they want to present to the guys good guys mukati patendere kai hatisotanga tatenga mota face changoita zvebasa face mota ndinayo kudhara you see now because inini as an individual I actually know kuti ndikawana mari yakadai so up from this tender chinhu chekutanga ndisatombera zvimwe zvinhu tanga ndatenga mota first you see yandiri kuda
you have to move from point
A to point B you see now so ukasvika wabelieve because the construction guys they will be like no hatitoda kuti udye mari yedu we want you to serve the community but for you to win those tenders it's all about how you're going to present yourself as an individual muchatosvika mine masutu anodhura kana muri kuenda muri 4 kana 3 muri kuenda muri 4 munhu ega ega ine mota yake yamahaya muri kuziva kuti okay we have invested in this we have invested a K in this but we're going to get 5 million out of this
yes
you see so just like what George did mastickers aya akachipa rimwe kuseruku just in case of emergency you hire your car you put in the stickers moenda kuti even do you know kuti delivery yedovi uchienda uine kakarori kakangonamirwa mastika kudai so akangonyorwa kunzi John Kudereza and daughters zvine kadhati kuti vanongoti
zvakati rongeke izvi
nyange uchibikira uri kumbari uri pavaseri pebhodhi but vanongoti izvi zvakati rongeke izvi
vanhu vanobhiliva kuti chinhu chine label chine ka-authenticity
exactly you see so make sure the customer feels great in dealing with you professionalism right corporate way tataura nezvazvo handiti the second thing is do you have written records of each and every transaction yamuri kuita business menyu okay iyi nyaya imanje kai nowadays the internet yakanakira chinhu one you can actually say kuti client akabhadhara maservices ako atenga and everything unokwanisa kungoenda painternet wodownloada zvima-applications zviriko wongoisa logo rako wakutogadzirwa receipt or quotation nyaya yekuti ukanzi tipe quotation woita zuva rese usatotumizira quotation just because you don't know how to do a quotation you don't know hautorina kana bhuku rekuti unokwanisa anything hazvisisiko izvozvo wena ine ira yekuti zvinhu ngazvinge zviri electronic handiti client ikadhila newe
uri kutonotsvaga bhuku rakambonyora kuti
wakuisa chizeti chaicho kuita kunga cashsale yemusupermarket kana paine ari kuteerera uchishandisa bhuku remets tendeuka mudikani bata hana yako katatu wakatarisa kumabvazuva woti ndatendeuka munhu washe
seriously because who's going to take your business seriously kana iwo muridzi uchitadza
hakuna there is no one company which is going to offer you $1 billion deal uchinyora quotation iri pabepa remets
even uri builder wemba because mazuva ano pane ma-new settlements anditi
exactly
and then uri kunotsvaga basa kuti ndiri kuda kuvaka wobva pane imwe yakazenge yakutenderedzwa yainyora quotation yezvidhina apo woti number 1 spelling yacho yakatorasa
you see now
handwriting yacho yakatora zviri nanototaipa because hapana chaziva kuti handwriting yako yakaita sei
and computer inokubatsira kuspela maspellings kuti ano apa pamashaisha apa mukusharukwa gadzirisai you see so you see kuti pane vamwe not this person ane potential anogona kuvaka chezvo spati but this person wants like nespelling yawaisa quotation uko
unobva toti John pane chichabuda ipapa kana chidai so yamba iwo uri kutogona
but pangoya umwe munhu anonzi John maybe aritongoziva hake kungoti ndikadai zvotobuda akutokutorera basa
utonotsvaga iweyo
that's what happens I was talking to these guys with this other company. They went and bid for a tender, and then wakati win a tender ro. Avasi kana construction kana chi. What they did, vakazongotora vanhu vari. Ma companies agara ari mu construction. Wait, where warume tishande tibatane pamwe chete baba. You see now, it's all about intelligence. Ngozi tofana kupina ne apa, and then agona. The way you do your things. So make sure client ikabhadhara mari ngange paine proof of payment. Kungonyora kungoti no. Guys, receipt book rakakosha business. Whether maita street pass pemuti kana kuti chi, maita meeting pass pemuti kana kuti chi, just have a receipt book. Just type if it is electronic chingotaura kuti we are going to send you an electronic receipt muchingosvika kumba. Rotogadziriswa. This is what we have. This is zvamaita blah 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 blah, and you're good to go. You see, that's professional intelligence. It's at work. You see, so you're differentiating yourself from another person arongoti usatonga utengesa mabhero yochitengesa maservices ane musoro maproducts ane musoro you see because kumabhero ndokunonzi kana madomasi anonzi torai zvatoita bo and they're making money out of it you see so
but vakatochimaster chigame ka kuti you know what totombofanira kuita kunge vanhu vanopenga so but zvavo zvinenge zvichitofaya panguva iyoyo.
If you want to make money, if you want to go big, go crazy. Trust me, but mataura ndokuita panapa aziro mataura nditori munhu akadzika mafunge kumba kwedu nditi John akanyarara mfunge. Rabasa ndakutoita make sure that I go crazy, I be that crazy person.
Yeah,
you see now. So if you want to make money, if you want to survive, be crazy. The moment you're not, I want to be no more, that means wafana ne munhu wese. But the moment you start being crazy, that means you're now telling yourself that I'm extraordinary. You see, those guys ukaona akapfeka mablouse echikadzi vakamapfeka so pane rimwe raunotoda rakapfekwa nemurume iri rakanaka but wazoripfeka kumba for yes because ranga rakanaka iri nemurume uyawani. You see, so you have to be crazy if you want to be successful. You see, so that means even pa level rako professional intelligence, be crazy with it. Let people tell you kuti, you know what, zvinhu zvauri kuita izvi zvine business rako hazvisi kupindirana, but chiziva kuti I'm going to get the right client at the rightful time and I will be rich and make money.
Okay, so let's talk about self-regulation.
Okay.
Yeah, as a component of emotional intelligence. How does it work? How very easy to being able to manage your emotions, manage your behavior.
Okay, it's not easy. If it was easy, then
because sometimes you're asking chaizvo very professional how things are supposed to go, but then munhu anongoblowa iwo chishaya kuti saka tsamwisa munhu apa chii. So how do you deal with that?
Okay, it's not easy, but it's possible that you can actually control your emotions and understand. So it's two-way, right? It's two ways. You, the person who address the issue, this is what we want. It might be an employee. You know a way you want to answer. Don't be a boss, but be a team player. But means kana kumunda tikatupa munhu is 10 lines kuti tisakure. If one person or the employee, which I love calling teammate, and if you give your teammates 10 lines each, you will make sure you have your own 10 lines per side, because you are a team. So the way ukawa boss, the way you're going to speak to your client, to your employees, is going to be in a bossy way, right? Because uri boss, but if you're a team player, that means even when you're addressing a situation you're going to address it in a brotherly way, in a sisterly way, in a way you could show up and also you being the boss doesn't mean you're always correct. You might be wrong sometimes. Be that person and give yourself admit say sorry guys, I'm sorry for what happened guys. Pavagona applaud them guys magona. You see, ndopanda team building pakakoshera pakuti team building uri kubaranidza vanhu sekuti munhu anofila kuti no ndiri chapo chapo, I'm at the rightful place, ndiri kubasa but I'm with family. You see, wakakwedu isusu we are family. Hakuna zvinanze ndinangi, no, we are family, we are one.
Yeah.
Easy.
So it's not really about how you would feel if you were to be in their situation and it, but it's about how they do feel.
Exactly. You see.
Yeah, and I think zvimwe tatibate zvakangoti nguva dzedu ndo dziri kumhanya 18 minutes to 9. Kana muchangotibata tiri kukurukura pamusoro pekuti tingasimudzire sei mabhizimusi edu kubudikidza tingati zvikwanisiro here kana kuti neruzivo
neunyanzvi.
Yeah, ruzivo neunyanzvi
neumazvikokota izvo.
Okay, John
I'm a sure guys part.
All right. Unyanzvi
humazvikokota.
Alright. Wekuti bhizimisi ringe richifamba zvakanaka, ringe richibudirira. Ataura issue yekuti business rinotora zvaunoita zvauri iwewe semunhu. Kana uri munhu yane huyanga, uri munhu anongokanganwa zvinhu zvinenge zvingorasika, chakati washaya, uri kugara uri munhu ari kungotsvaga. Saka kana business kuti ribudirire, ataura chaona kuti aiwa munhu unofanira kurongeka, number one. And kurongeka kwacho kunotangira pakuti iwewe as an individual, even mapfekero ako anoratidza kuti uri munhu akarongeka, unoitika newe business. And vanhu vakasununguka kuti vange vachiita business newe, vakasununguka kuti vange vachiengageawo newe. Let's now talk about the issue of ICT. Zvekuti zvinhu zvakawanda mazuwano zvazvetechnology, and even my skills mazhinji, they are now becoming technical in nature. So kuti tikwanise kuti ti accomplish these important goals, how do we fuse that my skills atinawo aya plus ruzivo uru rwemishini yechizvino or even maplatforms aripo echimanje takajaira kuti taingonyora tsamba kudhara ukaine neregistered mail handiti muchitumira matsamba pachimazuano kwaane maemail ka pamwe handisi kukwanisa kutombotumira email yacho.
Okay, so chinhu chekutanga, you know why many businesses they are failing? Kana mabusinesses anga ariko kudhara, they are now failing to survive in this modern life and modern structures is because we are failing to adapt to technology and understanding that now we're living in a technical era and everything now is being done technically. Back in the days where tukatumizira something with FedEx basically kunokuya kuti maisena pachibepa, but even nowadays yako wakusena pa tablet yotongoza received. You see, so chinje kutanga as a business is to understand kuti business rasiyana. And how best can we try to fuse our business and take it to the tech world, right? Employ guys vasinga vanoziva zvausingakwanisi iwewe, right? Guys, taguma tasvika panapa ndopatagumira apa. So how best can we try to make sure we fight competition and win? You see, you know, a good example, Nokia ndokatanga, I think my phone tanga it was Nokia. But now we can't be talking of Nokia, we're talking of iPhone, we're talking of Samsung, because Nokia yakatadza kufambira nenguva. But it was supposed to be the leading brand when it comes to the take over my cell phones and everything. You see, but because vakatadza kufambira nenguva, so understand good business language, how best get ideas from those who actually understand tech, what noshanda say. And if it is advertising, guys, how can I advertise my products? His name technology mkati. Kana iri Facebook dzidzira uripo, kana usingakwanisi tsvagano zvikwanisa. And if it is about having a website, dzidzira uripo, kana usingakwanisi tsvagano zvikwanisa, and then they update your website and make sure you are there. Because nowadays with Google, kungopinda maGoogle ungosearcha kuti ndotsvaga John Kudereza wondiwana ndiripo. You see, it's no longer a thing of kutanzi no regendi totumira tsamba kutazi nditsvaga John Kudereza. John akaenda kwaMutare but kwaMutare achadzoka next week kutumirwa tsamba kwaMutare kuti John urudi wako Harare pamwe pachasvika kwa nenda. No, now it's all about the Google and making calls, right? So make sure you try to make sure your business wari visa pa ground wari sapa mepo business race nowadays ngarive pa ground rende pa mepo. Yes.
Anzi nemumwe anzi thanks party with the advice anzi nemunhu uyo anodzi John anzi aiwa tiri kudzidza mufunge, keep up the good work, and maimutsa pa DZ extension, thank you so much. Mumwe ari kuseka anzi good evening Jewel, anzi at this anzi muri kundinakidza, and at the same time we are learning a lot about professionalism. The product must also match with the presentation and professionalism that the business portrays, because sometimes unogona kuona quality ye product yakatodhakwa zvayo, yet the presentation is awesome, which is not good at all. I remember ndakambotaura issue yemabiscuits andakambotenga. Ndakatorwa moyo packaging. You know, they were so, you know, beautifully packaged. And color ye orange, yeah, to attract. You know, kushevedza uri kure. Anditi, hey, ndakazoti ndaisa mukana.
Ngati mai wezangu.
Ndangoti Mwari ngave naye.
Ukati zvinyi zvakadari izvi.
You know, so I think the listener arikutotaura zvakanaka kuti the product ngaimeche,
it must match
the quality. Kwete kuda kungoti vhara nekungogadzirawo ka product kakanaka
kunze uku nechini. But I think tikakona uchi wamboita packaging yakanaka kunze uku, then product yozodhakwa. Tinogona kumbokunzwira tsitsi kuti no, at least wangombo try uri mugwara chairo. Pane chawamboedzawo.
Chakakosha kahaba isi the packaging, it's the product yandoda kushandisa.
But mind you, my customers tinofarira kuona, so ndakata kubelievisa more yakuseri.
But manje ndakuziva ka next time ndaiona ndakujamba and I'm telling the next person.
Don't pane problem ombe papa. So just make sure like what the listener is saying, make sure it matches. Right, it matches kuti munhu akana uchi advertise about your business kunzeko ngari meche kuti kana akasvika I feel okay, value for my money zvafambirana panapa.
Because ndona like especially my products ngatingoti peanut butter as an example. Taingoziva kudhara magaba aya yeka iri 375 grams. But ukapusa ukangobwaira kamazuva ano kuma-tuck shop unotengeserwa kuti ka 240 mils here kana kuti
kanenge kakanzi 375.
It's the same price. You know, ndakambokatenga ndikati guys ka ndiri kuona kusiri zveye kana kuti
the guys they make sure. I love it. Ukaenda kumbare vanokurungidzira madomasi ekuti kana uri mugomo wemadomasi ka unozoti waiswa muplastic so what imi no man ngatitangidze kuchuza, then you see
especially timu rinotengesa mbambaira nemapotatoes. Vakomana ka
and you be like guys angatangidze vona pa kana chibagi vona pakati mubhaketi makaiswa masagi, and then you be like no. But then kune chinonzi goodwill. And you know, a good name rakakosha party. What the Bible actually says, a good name is better than riches. As long as you have a good name, the next person is just saying, Sparty, whatever she does, it's nice. Whenever you're speaking to Sparty, she's a good person. That alone can open doors for you. That way, you were never going to be able to open them, right? So even in business, make sure you're honest. Doing my coach when it comes to professional intelligence. Honesty. If I'm honest, just make sure if a client, I tell, all right, it's better I over promise and under promise and over deliver. I'm not sure under nika over deliver nika promise. But you know what? If a product and if I'm giving you a service, this service is going for an hour. I make sure I give it for you, or I give it to you, 1.5 hours or 2 hours, and giving you the best. Then we goes out, but I paid for an hour, but my needs are 2 hours. No. Then I know you are going to tell the next person, this person are not for an hour, but I know for 2 hours. If we are offering a service, you're talking about another 7 days. Now I won't tell you another 7 days. I'll tell you another 2 weeks. When you can have another 2 weeks, I make sure in 5 days.
In 5 days.
So we go to start no guys. I can't do it 2 weeks in Facebook, but in 5 days.
Very efficient.
I'm very fast in Facebook. You see, I'm very fast in Facebook. You see, so be honest. Don't overpromise. Good, no. You know what, guys? No. In 3 days or in 2 hours, Ninda pizza. No. And can I find this niggas right? Be transparent to the class, to the customer, to the client. Mufambise with the whole process. You see, what we do, we give people my reports. Our clients, we give them my reports every month. This is a report. This is your monthly report. This is where you are. If there are any corrections that you tell us, and then we correct it. A customer or a client, I don't go feel like I'm dealing with the rightful people. Be honest and be transparent. The way you operate your business, be transparent to the client. Smart. ndibva kunzi zvakaitika. A friend, I supported him in his business. That was in January. Up to now, what's that deliver as Vinizo? Nakabandra Kudara, Nakabanda, Anungufona. Oh, so John, how are you? You know that face song. Because with Ziva, but no transport, I'll get back to you. But what am I saying? I remember at one point in time I had to miss an opportunity. I had to wait for this guy so that he comes and deliver the ghost kumba. Then I was like, no, so it take off. But I said, John, but don't worry, I know what I'm doing. But then you're my friend, you know. And check once we could refer one just because don't feel no, with this person if I refer them to you see. So make sure you create a good name, because a good name is better than riches and everything else.
True. Anze, hi guys, munenyaya yakanakisisa chose ndadzidza zvakawanda. Ndiri mumwewo ari business rema package. Anze #1 Mukaranga. My two, keep it up. Thank you so much, my two. We're just hoping with the business renyu riri kufambawo zvakanaka, and I hope mucha implement. Amusangonzwawo chete kubva kuna John, but chi-implementa iwo zvaari kutaura izvi. Muone kuti business renyu arichinje here. Still on issue ye honesty. Unenge wanyepera munhu, especially like ma time frames kuti tichaitawo zvakati, particularly vanoita zvekuvaka. Then wochitadza iwewe kuita izvozvo, wakufonerwa uchadairi mafoni, wakuramba uchingokata, kana kuti wakunyepa ukuthi especially mumakombi umu vedu vekachiunzwa zvakawanda. Unonzwa munhu kombi yakananga Heathcliff ari kudza kuti ndiri kumarondera apa kutaurisa kwaanenge achiita.
Ndazvitomubvunza mudriver ngati iwe kombi ino iri kuenda kupi kuro kozi ndindarasika kozi. But imagine if you're just honest and transparent to that person. Auna need kuti unokata phone okuregedza kudaira hana kwairovi client ikafona undaira nimfaro kuti how are you say it's fine tizvi tiri pakadai chatimisa izvezvi tamiswa nezvakati. Communication yakakosha. You see, and even the person you discover wazopedza basa, that person can actually give you a token of appreciation just because unogona ngava delay, but just because of the honesty and the communication, the transparency yawamuratidza. I don't know, this person anoshandika naye ndopanonzwa munhu achiti ndina bhilidha wangu akandiwakira imba yangu kuchishawashaku, but pakawaka imba iyoyo handina anything chandakakomera because everything aindiita zvakanaka. He was communicating everything, and I don't be material or what, because he was communicating with transparency.
Hanzi ndadzidza zvakawanda nhasi. Thank you so much. Tiudzeka kuti muchazvi-implementa sei, because even ipapo uri kushandira pamwe uri mumba, you're just doing mazwano neava kuita zvekugadzira ma-detergents. I've seen vakawanda vachiposta kuti tiri kutrainawo kuti mugadzire, so vanhu vakungozviitira vega kudzimba. But how do you develop that? Infuse izvozvo zvatiri kutaura panapa naJohn in terms of packaging, in terms of presentation yacho, kutenderera kwako uchitotengesa, you know, unditengesa dishwashing liquid, but then the way you just are, zvoratidza kuti iwewe chaiyoka kusuka plate haugone kuchenesa iwe igone kubuda
tiri papost party. Just tingweda wrap up. You know, imagine uri kutengesa ma-detergents aya nditikana chinhu chakakosha. We talked about branding. The sticker around this area. Usangotora sticker rakangonyorwa kutonga ranyorwa pasi pemuti. No. Invest in that. Get a person, a graphic designer, anoziva zvanoita. Ngaakusotere sticker riya nelogo rovha ranamirwa kudai so. Even the bottling, let it be different. Paunotengesa, the way you dress iwewe, tsvagawo t-shirt. Ndinoti even nyange uchitengesera pasi pemuti, pfeka t-shirt yakanyorwa kunzi my soda zvakanaka rakachena, upfeka t-shirt yako yakanzi my soda detergents, kumusana yakanyorwa kunzi with detergents your detergents, zvakako zviriko kumusana ikoko. What? But zvimwe zvekuti munhu uchipinda presentability, you know, do you know what I always say this, inonzi kadhame kuti unoenda kotengesa ma-detergents atitika unoenda uchisira vanhu, you're investing what, no guys pakamani panapa, because you know that company is going to get is going to give you a tender nemusoro chairo, unosvika vota no kabhodhoro aka ndichambokusira yamboshandisa muchiona, and mind you wakakabrenda zvakanaka, pakanopera munhu atangofungwa ndiani unonzi ngatingovatsvageiwa nemushonga wari apa wandokufonera. You see, so it's all about how you portray yourself. Usazviratidza kuti ubva kugeto ndoganikidzwa kuti even nyange uchibva kughetto, don't show it to everyone kuti unobva kughetto. Don't do that.
Anyway, who said ghetto harina kurongeka? Who said that?
Indobva kughetto but nangurongeka, but I come from the ghetto, but I make sure and this is rather good. I'm too ghetto channel that teaching. I try by all means I represent the ghetto in a good way. I'm actually an ambassador of the ghetto. Whenever a person is looking at me, they should be like, okay, you came from the ghetto, not a. So what then? No, even ghetto kunobuda nakanaka.
Exactly. Because we have associated ghetto nezvinhu zvisina kurongeka. Nezvinhu zvepasi because kune one munhu chete akadhakwisa.
Kune nhunzva tunzva yakabva kughetto.
Aiwa guys, ghetto inini rangu ka Heathcliff ndapota. Togara chisekwa nenyaya yedust pane chimwe chistika. Chamuna izunza dust kuchizi kufunga kwako anobva kupi munhu, and then everybody was Heathcliff. But you know what, vari po vanenge vakageza vakachena ufunge
vanomva
vachibva ikoko
kuti undomubvunza kuti wabva kupi, obva kuHeathcliff,
nedust
rere obva kuzoti ano dust totodarika naro, but I chose to tell myself no.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is me.
Tikataura naJohn togona kusvika mangwana. But anyway, it's been a pleasure, John, talking to you. Tadzidzawo zvakawanda. Kudzidzawo hakusi kwevateereri chete. I'm also learning, and ndiri munzirawo neniwo kuaplayawo zvimwe zvimachiri
hausati wauya spat, hausati wauya unenyaya yangu ine 2 weeks hausati waunza.
You see, ndine kumo where I'm falling short, but ndiri kutotry. John ari kutoita chidhonza ruoko chaizvo kuti zvichifamba, but vavariro ndeyekungoti at least at the end of the day tese ngatiwanei tichiitawo zvinhu zvinokwanisa kuraramisa mhuri dzedu, and tichizviita in a professional manner. Hazvina basa, hakuna kunzi professionalism ndeyemakambani mahombe. Zvinotangira kwatiri tiri pasi ipapapo.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, John.
Most welcome, Spati. And thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
Lovely.
Saka tiri kutarisira chii Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday is our next session, and what can we look forward to?
All things money. Not sure, but all things money.
All things money. Anzi na John ndinoita kunzwa izvi. So he's going to, I think, pray over it, and then
obviously
he will get back to us also to ukuthi all right, saka izvi zvatiri kuda kuti titaure nezvazvo. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure hanging around with you guys. Ndinovimba kuti mese maitirwawo zvakanaka. And yeah, let's meet tomorrow, same time, same place, Capital 100.4 FM.